Life Audio.
Welcome to Christian Natural Health with naturopathic Dr. Lauren DeVille. Christian Natural Health is the podcast on how to get and stay healthy, God's way. You'll hear topics on nutrition, exercise, sleep, avoiding toxicity, meditating on scripture, what supplements to take, stress management, defeating anxiety and worry, how to reconcile Eastern medicine approaches with Christianity, and a whole lot more. Now, here's your host, Dr. Lauren.
The greatest red carpet you'll ever walk is through your front door.
We're Dr. Josh and Christy Straub, marriage and leadership coaches and hosts of the Famous at Home podcast.
With a realistic, grace-filled look at the struggles families face today, we cover topics designed to help you become a rock star under your roof, set healthy rhythms between work and home, and build a rock-solid marriage.
To listen now, go to lifeaudio.com or search Famous at Home on your favorite podcast platform.
Welcome back to another episode of Christian Natural Health. Today I'm going to be talking about how alkalinity reduces the risk of metabolic disease. So I talked once before on how certain foods are acidic, mostly the highly processed ones and animal products, while others are alkaline, mostly fruits and vegetables. While your blood has an intricate buffer system to account for these effects and maintain your pH, your kidneys and your bones might suffer the consequences if this system gets activated too often. But there's another part of that story too, and it includes the extracellular or interstitial fluid, otherwise known as your lymph. While the buffer systems work great for maintaining the pH in the blood and inside the cells, the extra protons, which define an acid, have to go somewhere. Where they go is into the interstitial fluid, which essentially becomes the lymph. The interstitial fluid doesn't have a system to buffer its pH. What this means is an acidic environment in the extracellular space can influence the chemistry that ought to go on there. And this would include things like insulin fitting into its receptors and triggering an unexpected cellular response, leading to insulin resistance, or uric acid precipitating out of solution and into the joint space, leading to a gout flare. As another paper notes, mitochondrial dysfunction is one of the main causes of acidosis. This is because the most concentrated source of energy produced by the mitochondria comes from fatty acids, which turn into ketones. That's the concept behind the ketogenic diet. But if the mitochondria aren't efficient enough to utilize these acidic ketones, they'll release protons, which will end up in the interstitial space. Mitochondrial dysfunction can occur from a number of possible causes, most of them toxic exposures, but it can also occur secondarily to diet and lack of exercise. Exercise ultimately helps to maintain the balance in the mitochondria between energy coming in and energy output. It means that the fatty acids supplied to the mitochondria will get utilized for energy rather than turning into protons and contributing to overall acidity. But if there are way more calories coming in than there is demand for ATP, the energy currency made by the mitochondria, then that will lead to oxidative stress and mitochondrial dysfunction and eventually apoptosis of the cell, which is like the programmed cell death. So foods that become acidic in the body include beef, ice cream, canned fruits, peanuts, bacon, tuna, corn, sugar, vinegar, corn syrup, cereal, mustards, mayo, corn tortillas, milk, sardines, soft drinks, artificial sweeteners, and ketchup. So basically junk food. Foods with an alkalinizing effect include alfalfa, celery, barley grass, peppers, beet greens, broccoli, cabbage, mustard greens, chard greens, collard greens, chlorella, onions, cucumber, spinach, spirulina, garlic, green beans, dandelions, lettuce, kohlrabi, kale, pumpkin, wheatgrass, sprouts, watercress, and wild greens. So basically lots of vegetables, especially the green ones. So the bottom line, the potential acidity in extracellular tissues and lymph can cause or perpetuate metabolic disease. While certain minerals like calcium and magnesium can be utilized to balance acidity, of course the foundation of any healthy lifestyle is a clean, unprocessed diet, high in plenty of produce, and a regular exercise program. So I will link in the show notes to the blog post this comes from with all of the studies linked. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week.
Our world can feel chaotic and uncertain, but we don't have to live enslaved to fear. Christ has promised you and I his peace, and throughout Scripture, he has provided powerful truths and practical steps to help us experience greater freedom. I'm Jennifer Slattery, lead host of the Faith Over Fear podcast, inviting you to join me and my team as together we learn how to starve our fears and grow our faith. Subscribe at lifeaudio.com.
Are you looking for a holistically minded healthcare practitioner who truly treats root cause rather than symptom suppression? Unfortunately, even in the alternative healing professions, this isn't a given. That's why I've created wholehealthdoctor.com, a resource to help connect patients to healthcare practitioners in their area who share a root cause philosophy. Alternatively, most of the practitioners listed also practice telehealth. So if there isn't anyone local to you, you can still find a great practitioner to help you regain optimal health. Go to wholehealthdoctor.com. That's wholehealthdr.com. Type in your location or adjust the specialty that you're looking for and find the practitioner who's right for you.
Thanks for listening to Christian Natural Health. This show is run by you, so please write in with topic and guest suggestions for future shows. For more great content, subscribe to Dr. Lauren's blog at www.drlaurendeville.com or follow her on Facebook or Twitter at Dr. Lauren DeVille. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to share it with your friends and give us a 5-star rating in iTunes. It really helps us to stand out so other people can discover great content as well. Have a great week and God bless you.
Hey there, it's Nicole Eunice, host of the How to Study the Bible podcast, where every single week we join together to encounter God through His Word. You can subscribe at lifeaudio.com.